This week, we meet a couple of feuding Baptist ministers who are in need of divine intervention.
This house simply does not work for us.
Chris is keen to list it. I think partly it's because he's going through a midlife crisis.
Whilst Kirstie grapples with a house that's already reached its potential,
We have developed this house as far as I think it can be developed.
Can I swap Phil and be team listed?
Phil has a limited search area and a long list of boxes to tick.
We're looking for a house that's bathed in light, somewhere that is suitable for us to work from home, and somewhere that we can seat 12 to 14 people.
I've no idea how we're going to pull this one off.
Sorry, Chris and Caroline, we're not sure what to do.
today we're in wonderfully historic Northumberland.
20 years touring the country, never been to Alnwick, always wanted to be here. That was Phil. What is so hard to spot about a film crew?
I thought that was you. Beautiful spot.
Isn't it lovely?
You know, Northumberland has more castles than any other county.
Oh my God, we're back to Phil. We're back to Phil's fun facts.
Yes.
Oh God, I'd forgotten about that.
There are over 70 castles in
Northumberland. Phil, we can't go castle creeping. We've got work to do.
This trip to the northeast is, of course, about houses, not castles. And we're en route to meet ministers Caroline and Chris, who live with their 2 teenage children.
They first met 21 years ago on a winter holiday that went off-piste.
I met Chris on the slopes. He was always a long way ahead of me. Chris skis very fast.
We hit it off.
Well, she must have been impressed, Chris, as Hampshire lass Caroline moved across the country, and within 2 years they were married and had made their first big purchase. This family home in familiar territory. Well, familiar to Chris anyway.
I grew up on the same street. I grew up just round the corner. There is something about Alnwick as a town where everybody knows your name, which I think is quite special.
That connection to the community has become even stronger since the couple became Baptist ministers 18 months ago.
We have a small church that meets in our home. We have very much an open door policy, so we love people just to drop in for a chat and maybe a cup of tea, a bit of cake, and we enjoy that aspect of our jobs.
That means that our home has to be an office, it has to be an area of welcome, which we love, but that puts a different dynamic on it as opposed to just being a home where we are with our children.
But rather than try to make their home of almost 2 decades work, Chris wants to up sticks and find something far more fit for purpose.
Some people might be surprised that I'm on Team Listed. I've lived in this locality, this estate, for 80% of my life, so why move? I think the attachment is to community rather than necessarily the building in which we currently live in.
And Chris's list of reasons for wanting to move on is long.
I currently have to have an office in the conservatory, freezing during the winter, boiling during the summer. When we have people around, all of my desk space has to be decamped somewhere else.
And there's one more pocket-sized issue.
The downstairs toilet is tiny, it is cold, it is unpleasant.
It was good for potty training.
But that's not where we're at now.
Despite what Chris thinks, Caroline, who's lived here for 19 years, is devoted to this house.
Chris is keen to list it, but I think he's wrong. I love the fact that we've got some lovely outdoor space. We built an ensuite bedroom over the garage and put on the conservatory. So I think that it has many of the things that we really, really need. I know it's got some challenges, but I believe they're things that we can overcome.
The front of the house is in good shape, with a substantial living room and a decent-sized hall. At the back, the small kitchen has limited dining space, meaning the conservatory is where gatherings and big meals happen. Upstairs, both kids have their own bedrooms and the family bathroom, while Mum and Dad have an ensuite with their main bedroom. Finally, there's a study for Caroline, so no problems there.
We have had the conversation about what can and cannot happen with this house for about 4 years, and we have not been able to agree between us the way forward.
Time to find out how we can help put this 4-year debate to rest.
Hello, you.
What kept you?
Do you know, it is chilly. Oh, I like a house up a little slope.
Wonderfully enough.
Yeah.
See what's going on here, then.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hopefully
very
you were
welcome.
expecting us.
Absolutely.
One day someone's going to say, what are you doing here?
Always good to know we're wanted.
Who wants to love, who wants to list?
I want to love.
And I want to list. We have developed this house as far as I think it can be developed, and we're left with problems which I think are unsolvable.
I mean, presumably it did work. What's changed?
2 years ago, Caroline and I became co-ministers of a church. Hospitality is a huge aspect of the role that we now currently have.
Okay.
It's very much gone from being a family home to a manse, and that's obviously brought additional pressures.
Can I swap Phil and be team list it?
No. I'm quite happy on Team Listed.
The problem that you may have, Phil, in terms of listed, is that Caroline is very emotionally attached to this home.
12 years ago, Caroline was diagnosed with breast cancer, and the house became a safe haven for the family.
We've raised our children here. We absolutely love our neighbours. They are phenomenal. When I was unwell, the neighbours and friends and family just looked after us. I've obviously not been well over the years, and I'm just really conscious that I don't want Chris and the children, if anything were to happen to me, to be left with a big mortgage. Yeah. So partly I'm anxious about taking on a bigger property.
When a house has got you through a bad period, it's quite hard to throw caution to the wind and move somewhere else.
At the same time, there are practical needs of a home, and this isn't fulfilling those needs at the moment. But that's what we're here for.
It absolutely is. I need to get my thinking cap on, as clearly the layout of this ground floor is no longer working.
That is the cold, drafty downstairs loo. Well, it's not surprising it's drafty. Look at that. That's just the garage door, which isn't sealed. Pretty tidy, this. You know, they need the bins, they need the freezer. I'm not looking at a whole lot of stuff here and thinking, this is unused.
Converting an unused garage into a habitable room is an effective way to increase your living space. It requires levelling the floor, insulating the walls and adding ventilation, but it's still far less work than an extension. However, as Chris and Caroline are already using every inch of space they have, I have to find somewhere else for all this stuff to live.
I'll be honest, I'm worried. I can't see where there's space to make any changes in this house. And they're going to lose garden if more happens.
And they seem to have extended as much as possible upstairs.
One office. Ha! This must be Caroline's office because it says Team Love It.
Phil, are you talking to yourself again? First sign of madness. In Phil's case, it's about the 10th sign of madness.
Very possibly, Kirstie, but I just can't see how you're going to pull this one off. There are too many things going on in the house and not enough rooms to do it all in. On top of which, many of the rooms are connected, meaning the cosily named snug is more often than not a snazzily dressed corridor.
So what happens up here? Bedroom, bathroom. And this is above the garage, so this is the extension that they've put on. It's a lovely house. But it's just not big enough for them. It's having to work too hard. It's time for a move, that much is clear.
Chris and Caroline are prepared to spend anything from £25,000 to £40,000, but I'll have to think about how best to use it to make the most of the space they already have.
With my budget of up to £325,000, I need to find them a new home with more room and a better layout that will fulfil all their needs.
But let's not forget the £6 and a bit grand they'll have to spend on stamp duty and another £5 on moving and legal costs, all of which could be better spent right here on this house.
They've been here a long time, so I understand Caroline's kind of emotional ties to it. 19 years and bringing it up.
I don't think it's just, I think I can see that, but how much more space are you going to get?
I'd like to think I can get an extra room.
The room has to be in the right place
Yeah.
for it to be any use.
It's not going to be easy. What would you do here, though? Can you use...
I don't know.
Should we just go home? Sorry, Chris and Caroline. We're not sure what to do.
While Kirstie mulls over her conundrum, perhaps Chris and Caroline can help me find out just how tricky my job's going to be.
It's very clear. I mean, you've got to move, haven't you?
I don't think there's an argument to be had.
Kirstie's flummoxed.
I was. 5 minutes ago, it was pouring with rain, lashing wind. Now the sun has come out and I have had a moment of inspiration. I've got a cunning plan.
Good. You're going to need it. Tell me what I need to go out and find.
So in terms of our contract for work, we have to live in the Annick area. We're looking for a house that's bathed in light, somewhere that is suitable for us to work from home, and somewhere that we can seat 12 to 14 people over an evening meal.
Okay. You say that with much joy on your face, as though you're never going to find it.
I don't think you are ever going to find it.
Yeah,
if I'm
no,
honest.
I'm with Caroline.
Chris?
I have faith in you, Phil.
Well, that's saying something.
But we might need a miracle to pull this one off.
Well, the die is cast.
Well, no, the die isn't cast. You're just going and leaving me to...
Figure it out.
Yes.
I've got a lot to find because they are asking huge amounts of their home.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a walk in the park.
No.
I'm pretty confident that Team List It are on a bit of a roll after this morning.
I really think that Kirstie's going to pull it out of the bag, and I believe that girl power is going to win out.
That's the lucky bit about your job. You can swan off, sit tight and cosy,
Yeah.
while we work out what the heck we're going to do with
What
the
the
house.
heck you're going to do with this house?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. He doesn't mean that.
I do not love the house that I currently live in.
In Northumberland, Baptist ministers Chris and Caroline don't see eye to eye over the future of the family home.
I love living in this community. I love the security and the safety that this home brings to my family.
With Caroline's strong emotional connection to the house, I have a big job to do with their £325,000 budget. They've tasked me with finding a home that must be within their current close community, but that also gives them the oodles of extra working space they desperately need.
You say that with much joy on your face, as though you're never going to find it.
I don't think you are ever going to find it.
And I have a budget of £25,000 to £40,000 to convince Chris that their already extended property still has the potential to be everything they need in a family home, as well as a comfortable place for them both to work and welcome guests.
I think you should convert your entire garage into a generous family kitchen diner.
I've never thought about that.
By knocking down the wall between the utility room and the garage and adding a new window and door on the front, my plan creates an impressive open-plan space for the family. The new larger room will easily accommodate the extra chairs and freezer, which used to be stored in the garage. The existing kitchen is then transformed into a home office, giving Chris his own dedicated workspace. The snug and conservatory will then become the social space that Caroline and Chris have been craving, dedicated to hospitality, for church meetings, and for when their wider family come to visit. The problem of the tiny downstairs loo can be solved by creating a new one under the stairs.
In all the things that we have thought about and considered, this has certainly not been one of them.
It does not in any way fill me with horror or
That's
alarm.
always a good start.
I think what you've suggested about the office space in the existing kitchen is ingenious, and I can see potential within that garage space that I hadn't seen before.
Did you hear that, Phil? Ingenious? And that's from Team List It. I'm feeling like the cat that got the cream.
I'm getting approved of. You like the plan, don't you? It's a good plan, isn't it?
While Chris and Caroline mull over the idea of a major restructure, my job is to find them a new house that ticks all their boxes. With a long list of requirements and a tight search area, it's going to be a challenge.
Contractually, we have to be within the ANIC area, and the ANIC area gives us a reasonable radius. So as long as we're in our postcode, then we have options.
But it is not densely populated, and there are therefore very slim pickings, even in a 10-mile radius. So that is going to be tough. Let's get started.
This search is going to require a Herculean effort. ANIC's popular with people looking to downsize and for holiday lets, meaning any house that does come on the market is selling quickly. So I'm hoping Chris and Caroline see the potential in the first property I've found for them, in the area of Thrunton, just a 13-minute drive from their current home. It's further away from their congregation than they're used to, but has lots more potential for expansion across a huge plot.
Here we are in all the glory of Northumberland countryside and still within the NE66 postcode.
Good.
Yeah.
The house as it stands at the moment is small. You could extend your own living space, you could have a separate work unit, you could have a garden pod. There's lots of opportunities there that could give you solutions to your working from home, having people round challenge.
Yeah.
What's your general thought of where we are?
It is next to a very busy road.
But the potential, the garden pod extending at the side.
Parking.
Good man, Chris. Sell Caroline the dream. On the market for offers over £225,000, this semi-detached cottage currently has 3 bedrooms and a family bathroom. There's a large open-plan kitchen dining area, which should give Chris and Caroline a place for the family and room to entertain. The French doors open out to the garden at the back and bring in plenty of natural light. It might not currently be as big as they'd like, but at 100 grand under their budget, they would have the money and space to add the extra rooms they need to keep their work and home life separate, something they're struggling to do at the moment.
Oh, I've been pooed on. I've been pooed on. But it's good luck. This is House Hunters' good luck.
If you say so, Phil.
I'll take all the good luck I can get for this house hunt.
So we've got 3 bedrooms and a bathroom at this end, but it opens up to this lovely big open family space.
OK.
Yeah, no, it's lovely.
I think it's been nicely done.
Recently been done by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
The fact it's dual aspect as well means that you've got plenty of light coming in, which is lovely.
Have a wander and kind of feel your way through.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
They've maxed out the space back home, and I hope they can see this property offers them a great opportunity to extend and really make it their dream house.
Oh, it's nice this has got the patio doors and it's...
There's a lot more light coming in here.
Yeah, this is nice.
I like the size of this space.
And then a bathroom, a shower over.
OK. There's no doubt for me, this would only work if it was extended.
Yeah, because we've got a kitchen diner, which would also be a lounge, because there's no separate lounge.
This house was a bit of a gamble, as they'd need to do some work to get exactly what they're looking for. And it doesn't seem like Caroline is too keen to take on a second renovation just yet.
What can I learn from here?
I think you can learn that we're not averse to looking at something which has potential, although Caroline's reticence around another building project probably needs to be registered.
We're happy to do a little bit of work, but, you know, it would ideally not a large building project.
Chris, I think if we're trying to get Caroline onto our side of Team Listed, we've got to run with what she wants.
That's a very insightful observation.
Leave it with me. Well, I think I need a little bit more luck than one shoulder of bird poo is currently providing me with. They need so much out of their house. It's not just them and the family's needs, it's the visiting members of the congregation and the community and their needs, added to which they have to live within a set postcode. It's virtually impossible, this search.
Oh dear, Phil, things are a bit desperate, aren't they? Well, you'll be pleased to hear that 3 months after I pitched my plans, the build has started.
The elements of Kirstie's plan that we have tried to incorporate are very much around hospitality, having a space where we can invite a lot of people to be and to feel comfortable in that environment.
Caroline and Chris have embraced my idea of converting the garage, but instead of using it as a kitchen diner, the utility room will move forward and expand to house a new downstairs loo. Then the space at the back will become a meeting room and workspace for Chris. The existing kitchen and snug areas will be merged to create a more open space. This allows the living room to remain a private area for Chris, Caroline and the kids. They've also taken my advice to add a second door at the front, which might not be to everyone's taste if they do decide to sell, but it will keep visitors separate from their family space, which is what they really want.
We've now got to the stage where I can start to see the build coming together. I can start to imagine what it's going to be like. So it's really exciting.
Although the plans have changed, it's still within budget, which is a win for Team Loveit.
I think the space that we will get from the new way of doing things will make a big, big difference to how we're able to cater, to entertain people, to welcome people into our home.
That might be so, but wait until you see this next property I've lined up for you, Chris. Just a 7-minute drive from their current home, and with all the rooms they need, this house has the makings of a forever family home that's fit for the flock too.
This development's got 81 houses on it. Most of them are sold, but in time to come there will be further developments here. It's a very high-spec show home that I'm going to show you. What's going through your minds?
My family used to live 200 yards away, near the river. So, yeah, this is a part of the world that we're quite familiar with.
I mean, this is perfect in terms of location.
It is, absolutely.
Well, I'm off to a better start already. On the market for just under 400,000, it's stretching their budget significantly, but it comes with all the high-end fixtures and fittings, and I want to show them what it takes to get their wish list. Upstairs, there are 4 bedrooms, including one with an ensuite and a separate family bathroom. But it's the spacious, well-designed, open-plan kitchen diner that really is the showstopper, giving Chris and Caroline a dedicated space for hosting guests. And large bifold doors open out to the garden with extra space for entertaining outdoors.
Come in and see what you think. Lovely, generous hallway.
Yeah.
Downstairs loo for visitors. There's an office there for Chris, or a meeting room, and the living room here.
It's really cosy, isn't it?
It's already ticking boxes.
We aim to please.
Wait till you see the room at the back.
Wow.
I'm glad you said that.
I like.
This is 45% larger than your extended kitchen is going to be, so it's a significant room.
This is beautiful.
I could see
This is absolutely beautiful.
I could see our oak table in here.
Yeah.
No bother.
If I could have imagined a kitchen come diner, this is what it would be.
Yeah.
It is spectacularly good.
I do like it. I really like it. And there's something attractive about having something that's ready to walk into that you don't have to do a lot of maintenance on.
Why don't you have a wander upstairs? I'll meet you in the garden.
Great.
Okay, thank you.
I was a bit nervous showing them around this house, but the viewing's going really well. There's lots of positive vibes. They can really see themselves hosting people in that kitchen. They're comfortable with the new build on an estate. All in all, it's going better than I dared hope.
Well, this is nice. Really good size.
Really good.
And this must be the ensuite. Yeah, it's really lovely. Walk-in shower. Good size.
That's good. Wardrobes as well,
Yeah.
built in.
Everything you'd need.
And it's in turnkey condition.
So, because it's the smaller room, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm wondering if this would make a good office space.
Chris is taken by this house, but will it be enough to win over Caroline?
Smiling faces.
Yes.
It's nice.
It's really interesting to see what we could have. I'm not convinced that it's that much better than the house we've got now, but it is very beautiful. When you see this and how much it is, we've got good value for money in the house we're in now.
I don't discount that at all, but it's not suitable for family and hosting your community.
It's not yet. We're hoping that after Kirstie has waved her magic wand, that it will.
She lost that last week. She left it behind.
Don't you worry, Phil. The magic wand is firmly by my side. But it looks like you're going to need some fairy dust to win Caroline over.
I think that Phil has pulled a blinder on this particular property, which does everything we wanted to do and more, in my opinion, and therefore I'm more confident on Team Listed.
I do think it gives us some things, but I actually think our house also delivers on those things as well.
I feel like I've learned a lot. It's still not going to be easy. But where there's a will, there's bound to be a way.
Ever the optimist, Phil.
Just you wait and see. I've got a real stunner up my sleeve that's going to guarantee a win for Team Listed.
Chris is keen to list it. I think partly it's because he's going through a midlife crisis.
This house simply does not work for us.
He thinks the grass is greener somewhere else, but I think he's wrong.
I wouldn't be so sure, Caroline, as the grass is very green over on Team Listed. With my £325,000 budget, I've been looking for houses in Alnwick that are better suited to this family of four.
I'm not convinced that it's that much better than the house we've got now.
Keep the faith, Caroline. When Team Lovett's plans are done and dusted, Chris won't be wanting to move anywhere. 4 months since my last visit, I'm back to check how the plans are progressing.
The sun is out, the builders are in. I want to see what Chris and Caroline have done to the house.
Chris and Caroline have moved the recessed wall of their living room forward to create a straight wall in the kitchen next door.
Wow, isn't that funny? It's just a really small tweak.
Moving the wall better utilises the available space and creates more evenly proportioned rooms.
You know, before it was like there was the kitchen, then there was the dining area, then there was the conservatory. It's such a small tweak, but it just feels like it flows so much better.
Making clever choices with sleek kitchen units will help retain the sense of openness and flow that Chris and Caroline are after for hosting family and friends here.
I was standing here and thinking, you could think, why bother moving the wall? But it makes this room feel so much bigger.
We needed to maximise hospitality in here
Yeah,
and work meeting out there,
Yeah.
and make sure that the family space was separate.
yeah.
And I think the plan that you brought to us originally, that really made us see that sense of separation was really important to us, and it was really, really helpful that you came up with that idea. We've kind of flipped it.
You have,
but
yeah.
it's
I
been
think you flipped
it was
it
a great
in a brilliant
idea.
way. Is there anything that's not going to plan?
I think there's something we want to think about in the office space. It looks like we might be creating a dog leg within the back wall of the office, and that's something that I want to chat through.
Should we go and have a look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next door, the wall between the old utility and garage has been brought down to create Chris's new office and a utility and loo. But the footprint of the old wall has left a recess in the room, which could affect furniture placement and room layout. Recesses don't need to be awkward. There are clever ways of incorporating them by using the space for shelves or built-in units.
What might you put here?
To give us kind of maximum flexibility, what we think we're going to go for is a table,
Right.
which could be used as a desk, obviously with a laptop rather
Yeah,
than
okey-doke.
a fixed computer. And then as well, that table could be moved around the room and used in like a boardroom style if
Right.
it was needed.
In which case, I would do this as bookshelves. So I would utilise that space. So essentially, the wall comes out here.
Yeah, so using the
like that.
recess.
Yeah.
A multi-purpose room calls for multi-purpose furniture, and choosing the right pieces will be key in allowing Chris and Caroline to host a large number of people.
This is rather a joy.
But you don't need modern furniture to streamline a room.
I have to say, I do love those chairs.
I'm taking them to a local salvage yard where you can often find good quality, well-priced furniture for any space that's also got a bit of character.
There's just all sorts. I mean, for example, this table. How useful is that to bung your laptop and your cables and everything?
Extending tables and fold-away chairs can help when entertaining in small spaces, allowing you to pack them away when not in use.
Not too heavy to lift and genuinely comfortable. And that's the kind of thing which, in terms of what you need to create that adaptable space.
Balancing some of the streamlined furniture with a couple of sturdy pieces will help create a statement in the room. And I think Chris has his eye on something.
Go on, sit in the chair. It suits you.
I can see looking out onto the garden,
Yeah.
my pipe and slippers.
What's that, Chris? Getting comfy in that new office of yours? Music to my ears.
I never fail to find places like this totally inspiring. And it seems Chris and Caroline felt the same way. Does this passion for their project suggest longevity? Are they going to stay and love it? I don't know. That I can't yet say.
I just can't wait to see all these things coming together and seeing the finished house.
And the house is transforming at an alarming rate. 5 weeks into the build, and the old kitchen has been completely gutted, and the units are in place, ready to be fitted.
We've got a real sense of the space that we're going to get that we didn't have before.
We're trying to make some really difficult decisions about what we choose in terms of colour and decor, and that's been really quite difficult, trying to visualise what things might look like.
Next door, the garage has given way to the utility area, and the electrics are being put into Chris's new office.
I'm determined that I'm never even going to change a plug socket cover at the end of this process, because we're going to be so delighted with what we end up with, and then we're going to stay here forever.
Did you hear that, Phil? They are going to stay here forever.
I did indeed. And I'm also wrestling a crazy property market in a very limited area, but I'm not backing down. With houses selling faster than I can get to them, I've got a cunning plan to show them there are houses out there that could be perfect for them.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm back again. I was just admiring what's going on here. There was a garage.
There was.
And now you've got 2 front doors. I mean, Kirstie's really surpassed herself here. Today, I've got a more typical, perhaps familiar Anik family house. But because of the pace of the market, I'm afraid it is already under offer. But I wanted to show you that these examples do exist, if you're quick.
This next property lies in the village of Shilbottle, surrounded by lovely countryside and just 4 miles south of Anik, but still within the postcode requirements of Chris and Caroline's work.
Kirstie's removed your garage, hasn't she? You haven't got one anymore. Well, you wouldn't need one. You've got parking for several here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Remind me of your budget.
325.
325.
This came on the market at 255, sold almost immediately. So it's a really, really strong example of the kind of thing, were you to list it, you could find. They do exist.
It's going to have to be amazing, Phil.
Rest assured.
There's no doubt I'm feeling the pressure from Caroline, but this house is a brilliant example of what their money could get them. Recently on the market for offers over £255,000, that's 70 grand under their budget, this 4-bed semi-detached house fulfills a lot of their wish list. A large and recently refurbished living room and kitchen diner on the ground floor overlooks a generous garden with outbuildings that would make perfect home offices. A playroom that could also be used as an office and separate loo downstairs give them an ideal layout for keeping their home and work lives separate. Upstairs, 4 decent-sized bedrooms with stunning views would give the family plenty of space to themselves.
This is nice.
It's very similar to the kitchen that we're just finishing off.
It's 55% bigger than yours.
I can tell that.
It's really smart. And the views out to the back are just to die for.
I mean, it is beautiful.
That is a big
I do
garden.
like it.
That's a big
It's
garden.
a good sized garden, I agree with that.
You know, you can afford this. This is more than afford this.
There are houses like this out there.
I'm not sure we'd seat 14 people to eat.
I think you're looking for problems that aren't necessarily there.
That's because I love the house we're in.
Play fair. Play fair.
If they can't fit 14 people in a room this size, then I don't think there's much hope of squeezing them into their own new kitchen, which is 35% smaller. This house is a fantastic example of what they could afford. a bigger place with the layout they want, lovely countryside views, and maybe even have cash to spare.
And then the main bedroom with ensuite, with dressing room.
Look at the windows.
With amazing view.
This is beautiful.
It's top of its game in terms of a 4-bed house.
I have to say, this is much better than the first 2 properties you showed.
Thank you, Caroline. Have a look in there. That's where all your...
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah? List it. List it.
It's good. It's comparable with what we got, which is fantastic.
Oh, that hurt, Caroline.
I meant the ensuite was comparable with what we've got.
Listen, take your time, enjoy the view, imagine yourselves living somewhere like this. I'll leave you to it.
Well, the view is really beautiful.
It is incredible. And look at the window and all the light that comes in here. You've got the French doors as well. It is a beautiful setting.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
So, small bedroom could be one of our offices, I suppose.
And it's a lot bigger than the small office that we currently have upstairs.
Yeah.
A lot bigger.
Yeah. OK.
Like it.
Caroline sounds like she might be coming around to the idea slowly. This is my last chance to get her on side.
How am I doing with this one? Caroline's smiling.
The views are fantastic. The space is good. The light is good.
Yeah.
I can tell by Caroline's reaction that you have made her think, Phil.
I've blown her socks off. She hasn't got any on.
I think you're getting better with each house. And then this one, I think, has a lot more potential.
At least it seems to have made you think and stop and reflect that there could actually be life outside of your own 4 walls.
Thank you.
I knew this wasn't going to be a straightforward search, but it's turned out to be one of the toughest I think I've ever faced. The house needed to work incredibly hard because they genuinely had people visiting a lot and it needed to be a family home. Of course it did. But the postcode put a real geographic constraint on it. Have I done enough? I'm not quite so sure, but I do think this last house has put me back in the game. I'm in with a shout.
I think when you look around this house, the price tells you would get an awful lot of house for your money. I really, really like it.
Well, I think throughout this work, my place of sanctuary at our home has kind of been blown out of the water. So I wonder if maybe a new house of sanctuary could be found somewhere else in the area.
Crikey, I never thought I'd hear Caroline say that. It is a miracle, Kirstles.
The true miracle is waiting for you back at the house, Pip. Just you wait.
Back in sunny Northumberland, we're eager to find out whether ministers Chris and Caroline have decided to love or list their family home in Alnwick.
Good morning to you.
Welcome to the Mediterranean special.
Isn't it rather lovely?
Rome, Vienna.
And Alnwick.
I mean, unbelievable.
You wouldn't think that here we are in Northumberland. It's been a really interesting one, this whole process. It's not gone the way I thought it would.
I remember one time when I was convinced they were going to love it and they didn't. It occasionally goes your way.
See, I thought I was going to have a walk in the park with the housing market, but...
This is as close as you're going to get to a walk in the park.
We'll find out.
Yes, we will. And I think you're in for a shock, Phil, because this house has had a serious transformation.
I see your extra front door.
It does look really nice, doesn't it?
The old garage door is gone, and in its place is a brand new doorway, giving Chris and Caroline a separate entrance for their church visitors.
Hello!
It's so lovely to see you again.
Would you like to come on in?
Yes, I'd love to come on in.
I'm a bit reluctant, but
Yes.
I'll come in anyway.
Oh, come on, Phil, put on a brave face. When we first met Chris and Caroline, they were out of ideas on how to make this house work for them as a family and for their job as church ministers. The cramped kitchen couldn't host many visitors, and Chris's makeshift office in the conservatory had to be turned around for church meetings. But now, by knocking down the wall between the snug and the old kitchen, they've created a large, open-plan kitchen diner that is perfect for family gatherings and entertaining friends.
It's like coming into an entirely different house. You have to look so pleased with yourself. It's really smart.
Thank you.
It looks like it should have looked. It should have been designed like this to start with.
This isn't a big house, to be honest. So to have a room where you can have a table for 14, it is lovely to be able to sit there with the doors open. It's a real inside-outside table, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's working so well, and we've had friends round, and it's really comfortable, lots of space. We really, really like it.
The conservatory has been freshened up and is no longer shuffling between being an office and entertaining space, giving the family a room they can relax in.
The conservatory just looks absolutely glorious.
So it's kind of given you 2 living rooms.
Yes, it has.
Which is what you wanted.
There are now 2 living rooms, a very large eating kitchen, and an office.
Can I see the office?
You can see the office.
Of course you can.
Previously, the cramped and crowded space next door consisted of a small utility room, a tiny toilet that Chris hated, and a garage that was being used for storage. Now, the old utility has been transformed into a light and airy meeting space that doubles as an office for Chris. The desk space is complete with shelves built into the recess, and there are also a few religious pieces picked up from the salvage yard we visited, which work a real treat. Patio doors allow plenty of natural light and open onto the garden. And the garage now houses a utility, a good-sized WC, and still has room for storage.
So this was the utility room, if you remember rightly. It dropped down, and we've built it up so that it is now on the same level as the kitchen and the conservatory.
It works super well.
It really does.
I think this arrangement with the separate door will be super popular in any market.
Yes.
More people working from home, and they'll seek that out.
Yes, that's what we're hoping.
When you list it.
Absolutely. I think we've done the best that we can in this house, and we have a super saleable property.
Yeah, good man.
The front room had a small recess wall which Chris and Caroline straightened out, creating a better proportioned room. They've also moved the wood burner from the snug to the front room, creating a marvellously cosy family space.
Oh, I think I'm going to test this. Oh, they're huge. You've made the room smaller and you've got bigger furniture and it works.
Losing that little bit of space in this room hasn't made a huge difference, and we love the fact that it's now facing this way.
Are you pleased?
Yeah, we are. We're really pleased. We feel like this is quite a grown-up space.
I'm thrilled by the whole thing. A lot of the things that you've done are counterintuitive, but they've really, really, really worked.
Yeah, we're just really pleased with this space. It's beautiful.
Phil's toast.
Overall, Chris and Caroline just spent a little over £28,000 on the renovations, but they've added nearly £45,000 to the value of their home, which will come as a comfort to Caroline, who was worried about the financial insecurity of buying a more expensive property. Now, I can't wait to see what they've decided to do.
I have to pinch myself when we come down in the morning. It is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be, given the fact that we've used the existing footprint of the house.
Caroline, you were very much hoping that this would pan out and not wanting to move. How did you find the search?
I have to say that the last house we saw gave us things to think about. I just thought it was a really nice house, and interesting how much we could get in terms of size of house for budget if you move outside Alnwick.
I think it's fair to say that before that final search, Kirstie had an open goal to stick the ball in the back of the Love It net, and I was concerned.
Yeah. Well, come on then, let's do it.
Oh, poor Phil. It's just awful, isn't it? Caroline, Chris, do you think you're going to love it?
Or list it.
Well, this home was my place of sanctuary. And then my sanctuary was destroyed by a huge building project.
We are going to love it.
Of course.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I feel that there is something special about this, and I didn't think that in the beginning.
We've learned so much through this process. At some point in the future, our work might take us somewhere else and we might need to do something else, but at this moment in time, we want to love it. I could never imagine that we were going to get this kind of result from the house. I have been blown away, really, by what we've been able to do without actually extending and kind of keeping the same footprint.
I'm looking forward to a new chapter here in this house.
I'm just jealous as well because I want that office now.
Can't have it.
Well, you enjoy the spoils of victory. I didn't think you'd be able to sort that house out. And I thought I would find them amazing houses really easily. There we go.
You know what, Phil? It's a sunny day. We've got a happy family.
Yes, and I've got a pint.
And you've got a pint. I mean...
And it's a beautiful day.
And you've done a job of work.
Yes.
Long
may it continue.
Long may it continue.